Everybody, it's like the crack of dawn out here right now. It's almost 4 a.m. and I'm gonna go ahead and start driving to go ahead and get over to this Walmart as quick as I can, because I just want to drop this trailer off and be done with it. So this will be day 6, and then yeah, pretty much wrap this up. So I'm gonna go do that, and we'll be back. I'm gonna go ahead and drive this 90 miles. See you soon. Alright, so I'm over here at the Walmart distribution. My first time at this one anyways. I need to go to C339 and drop this on C somewhere, whatever that means. So I'm gonna go look for that, and yeah, so then I can start heading back, because it's been really fun out here with no cell phone signal and all these weird little roads. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this crap off so I can get out of here and start heading back to the yard, which I think is like 150 miles away. So, yay! Well, I finally got the fucking trailer back in. Man, the only spot that there was had like no fucking room, man. You know, Walmart, for having so much damn room, this is some bullshit. Just squeeze the shit out of these trailers, there's like no room, so I'm just sitting here like in and out of the truck, making sure I don't hit nothing. Shit, man. Anyways, now I'm gonna go unhook from this bastard, and then I can go pick up the empty. Now I'm over here in this big pit. Whoops. This big pit, looking for a trailer to pick up. They didn't tell me if they have one or what number or anything. They just said find something. So I hope they actually have one of my company trailers here, so I don't waste my time. So I guess let the scavenge hunt begin. Well, it took me a week, but I found my trailer. Like one trailer that my company left out here. So, anyways, I'm gonna go out in this giant mud pit and connect to this trailer and make sure I'm good to go so I can actually get out of here. And then I got a nice 3-hour drive back to the yard, which is some old booty sweat in a can, some nasty ass booty sweat bullshit. I don't want to do it. But alright, whatever. Whatever. I'm gonna go do this so I can start on my 3-hour frickin' drive. It's too much deadhead, man. Alright. I am like a quarter mile from my job, and they have train tracks here. So I drove my little 3 hours, you know, I did everything I needed to do, got my bills and picked up the trailer, all that stuff you saw. I just want to come here and get my check, get her, you know, get cleaned up, go get some food. That's all I want to do. I'm right by my job. I'm right there. And for the first time in 6 years since I've been coming back and forth through here, a train showed up and is just sitting on the tracks forever. Alright? And I'm like, no big deal, he'll be gone. And then my GPS is like, hey, you haven't moved in 15 minutes. Like, yeah. That's when I started paying attention, like, man, I'm going to be here a while. That train didn't move. Instead, I waited for 5 other trains to come by next to that train and slowly pass it, and now there's 2 trains. just want to go home. It's like they heard that I was on my way, and they were like, let's just orchestrate some retarded bullshit for Zach. That's what it feels like. And there's a couple other streets that I can take to get to my job, but the fact that there's 5 of them, and some of them are going this way, and some of them are going that way, they're blocking all of the other roads to get to my job. Why? Why? What did I do? I'll be able to wrap this video up with some useful stuff once I get in there. Alright, the trains finally are gone. Holy crap. I waited an hour and a half on trains. That's no good. Anyways, so I'm back here. I'm going to turn in my paperwork so I can get paid. I'm going to take a shower and go get some food. I'm going to clean my truck. Then I'm going to come hang out here. Sleep here until my check's ready. Then I'm going to go home. So that'll be cool. So I got all my old clothes put up down here. So anything that's old just stays there, and, you know, put your old clothes in a bag because they get smelly, and just keep them away. And I wanted to show you this cool vacuum I got. Black & Decker here. I just plug it up to my inverter and charge it. But what's cool about this is it's like a legit vacuum. I have a 12-volt one that plugs in the lighter jack too, but they're weak sauce, especially compared to this thing. Let me see if it charged enough. Give you a taste of what this little thing can do here. It was a little pricey, but I think it was like 60 bucks or 70 bucks. I don't remember. Had it a while, but it works great. Suction as needed. And you just clean up. It's got some actual pickup on it. It's not just gonna, glide over stuff. So I'm gonna clean this, but I just wanted to share that. I think that's the coolest thing. Well, guys, since it's been about 6 days now, more or less it's been like 5 days dieting and 6 days working. I'm gonna pull out the scale like I did the first day, and just see if there's any noticeable change in weight from just those few days of working hard and trying not to eat garbage. So I'm gonna pull the scale out, put some batteries in it, and step on it in the exact same spot, or at least, relatively the same spot as I did before, and just kind of see what happens. So here we go. So there you have it, from 203.6 to 201 even. I didn't add any extra stuff on me or anything different than I had last time. So that weight is accurate, and that is with dieting properly and making sure you get good nutrition. I could have lost more water weight and other kind of weird crap, but that stuff's just going to come right back. So if you do it this way, you'll be able to get it off you and keep it off and make it harder to gain it back, and your body will adapt to that weight, to a new weight, and it will be used to helping you stay around a more reasonable weight. So, if you want a tip as far as where to start, if you don't like any of the things I use to help me keep my weight down, my best tip I could possibly give you about dieting would be to avoid real sugar. Because when you start using the FitnessPal app, what you're going to come to the conclusion to is it's not going to be the carbs or the fat or the calories. It's going to be all the sugar that's going to kill you. All the sugar, you're going to go way past your sugar limit, and then it's going to have to convert it into something else, and that's where it just takes you down. So if you just want a tip, just keep that in mind. Avoid the sugar, all right? So find other alternatives or fake sugars or something. You know, just something like I got my Diet Cokes, you know. So you'll find something. But anyways, I'm going to go turn in these bills and stuff and turn in all my paperwork and my homework. Because it's, I'm ready to get my paycheck, get some food. You know it's money time. Money, money, money! Money! Check that out. I just found that during my post trip here. So that's why you need to do that stuff. You can see my exhaust is ugly and beat up. It's busted. I'll start by changing this tube though. And then maybe they got something for this. Or maybe not. It looks pretty jacked up. That might be actually why that happened. Maybe this filter here is boo-boo now. That sucks. Well, all the fun stuff for me. Maybe I'll make a video on it. I just went inside, got a shower. Oh man, like night and day difference, right? Looked like a crackhead or something a minute ago. Just starting to fade off and die, and that's why I said, you know, don't worry about what you look like when you're driving. You know, I just took a little 20-minute shower and I look new again. So, you know, who cares what you look like on the road? Because you know, you can fix yourself up when you get home. You know, feel like $1 million when you get your paycheck. You know, that's the right time. So, I guess I'm going to do a video on fixing that exhaust because I'm not going to leave it that way. I called about the little, what's called the flex tube. And if they pulled the correct part at Freightliner, that's only 20 bucks. But, you know, that filter part, that's going to cost some money. The stack is still good on there, but that filter, though, it's going to be a pain in the ass. So, we'll see about that. This has been pretty much a week on the road. So, this is pretty much what it's like. It's been a lot of work. You know, it's not so bad when you're not recording it because you don't have to relive those moments. You forget them. Literally, just forget them and go on with the next day. But after recording it now, it seems pretty bad. But, you know, it's because when I watch my recordings and I gotta edit them and stuff, I'm just like, man, that's a lot of crap I did. You know, there's a lot of stuff you guys didn't even see. You know, I was just giving you the gist of it. That's just the gist, okay? And that's fine. It's fine, you know, because the pay and whatever. It's not, like I said, it's not as high as you imagine. Like, they give you big numbers, so you feel like, oh, I'm making so much money, but you're not because you got a lot of expenses. Like, there's always something to fix on the truck, always. That's just for starters, and then, you know, the company takes their cut of what I make, 25%, because I use their trailer and all that stuff. They give me the loads, blah, blah, blah. So you lose 25% right away. And then what you have left that you didn't spend on repairing the truck, you need to put, 20 to 25% of that aside for taxes. So even if you somehow manage to make like $2,500 after they take their cut, 500 of that needs to go straight to taxes, so $2,000 left. And then if you have a truck payment, it messes everything up. So if you got a truck payment, it drops it down more or whatever. And then truck repairs and all that stuff. So it can start off pretty good, and then as life hits you, it just cuts you down. So that's how it works. I'll make another video go into detail, like really how much these jobs pay, so then you can see, and I'll show you the before number that looks appealing, and then I'll show you the after, all of the bull crap that nobody wants to mention. So anyways, my company's in desperate need of trailers, so I told them I'd go ahead and move this trailer for them over there to the shop so they can inspect it and pass it on to somebody who needs it. But this might be the end of the day, because all I got planned now is to get food in my check. So if it is, I'll see you later for the next video. Maybe I'll throw in some more clips, I don't know. So for now, I'll just say I'll see you later. Boop. Hey guys, I wanted to throw this in here because I know I've been saying MyFitnessPal is a good, app to help you kind of figure yourself out and learn how to eat better. So I'm at the house here, but I wanted to throw this in my clip before I uploaded it. So I'm going to be using my Android phone here. They have it for Apple too, so it doesn't matter what you got. You're going to be able to use the app. So I'm going to show you here how to do it for Android. You're basically just going to go to the Play Store here. I think that says FitnessPal there. Alright. And it'll look something like this. Okay. You can see I already have it, obviously. I haven't used mine in a while, but let's go ahead and open it. Once you learn basically what you need to learn about yourself, you won't need this app anymore, unless you're, trying new stuff and you're still needing to use it. But for the most part, once you figure yourself out, you won't need this app. So you can see there it asked me for my weight and stuff. So 197, which is actually a little off, but that's okay. It's close enough. I don't need to adjust or anything. So up here in the top, you can see that it has a recommended 1,500 calories for me to achieve my current settings and goals, which is far lower than you would imagine for a guy, because most guys are going to eat like 2,500 calories a day, probably more. And even if you stick within that range of 2,000 calories, if you're eating a lot of sugar, it's like you're eating 3,000 calories because you're just eating a bunch of garbage. So you can see here you got your goal, food, and then what's cool is you can add an exercise. So like if you use like Runtastic and you run some miles, Runtastic will link automatically and add those running calories in here as a negative. So it'll give you more spending calories for the day. So if you want to buy calories back, you can buy them back by jogging or running or walking or something. Push-ups, all that stuff, those don't burn calories. You need to do cardio if you want to burn some calories. So if you're doing push-ups, you're not going to burn, this can take you thousands of push-ups to burn a few hundred calories. You know what I'm saying? So it's just easier to do cardio if your goal is something like this. But anyways, let's dig into it. So you just click on like where it says 1,500 remaining. So I would just click on this and it'll open this up. And this is your diagram for the day. So the water thing's new. I haven't seen that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's actually really cool. They didn't have that when I started using this. So you add everything you have throughout the day. And so let's say for breakfast, I'll click on add food. And let's say I don't See, there's some of my old stuff still saved in there. Let's say I don't have I can't find whatever it is I ate. Well, that's fine. You can just push that little barcode in the top corner there. Oh, I guess it won't let me record this while I'm using this app. But you could push that barcode there and your camera app will open. And my camera app can't open because I'm using it on my face right now. And it needs my back camera app. But anyways, you'll scan the barcode. So like, where are you? Like I would scan the barcode on these multivitamins here. And it'll pull it up exactly all the stats and information and add it in. Which is really nice because, it's hard to find exactly what you had. So let's see if maybe my past history. But I'll go ahead and do a search. So, what is it? Multivitamin. There it is. So here's my multivitamin. You can see it has basically nothing in it, but if you view the nutrition, you start coming down here, it's got a lot of vitamins and stuff, even more so than what's listed on here. So I would start by adding that, And then let's say I added a Slim Fast. There it is, right here. The 20-gram chocolate. And here it is, exactly. 180 calories, fat, 20 grams protein, all this stuff, and it'll keep up with everything for you. So there you go, and then you can see it subtracts it. So 1320 left. But here's where it gets pretty interesting. So you go throughout your day, and then let's say you look at your nutrition graph, and you could see you need to check this graph. You could be like, there, I hit 20 grams, but I'm supposed to hit 75. Carbs, you don't really need to max your carbs out. I hardly ever throw in the carbs. The carbs help keep you from feeling like a slug, feeling exhausted. So you do want some carbs, but you don't desperately need carbs. Fiber, as long as you're getting some fiber, you're fine. I never worry about the fiber goal. The sugar goal, I always keep very close attention to, because you don't want to get screwed on your sugars. So your sugars are key, more so than fat or anything else. But this will keep up with everything, vitamins, all that stuff. So you can see I'm already way past my vitamins necessary, so that's the nutrition. But if you try to complete your diary, check this out. See, it's going to say that I shorted myself too much and I'm not eating healthy. So it'll give you an idea if you're messing up. But you just complete this out. So let's try and finish out some more. Let's add another slim there. Another slim here. And what's cool is it keeps your history there, so you don't have to keep entering stuff that you eat frequently. So now if I check my graph, you can see my protein would be much more on point and my fat would still be in check. Everything else would be way maxed out as far as vitamins, but that's what those meal replacements are for. So that's the reason I stick with my Slim Fast. You can see right there, because I've got so many calories left to spend, but I've basically hit all my requirements for the day. You see what I mean? So proteins and stuff. So basically I got this extra 960 and I could blow some of it on junk if I want something sweet or whatever. So let's go ahead and add, I don't know how cups compares to I'll just add 4 cups, whatever. Sure. Four cups of water. Now, I don't know. So now basically you got to find something to spend your extra calories on, and that's up to you. So you can spend it on whatever you want, but you just want to keep your stuff in line. So like for me, I still have a little more fat to spend. I still have, if I want to hit some more protein, I can. The more protein is not going to kill you, so especially if you're being physically active, you want some protein. I can find something like pasta or something that has carbs in it, things like that. So this is basically the app, and I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is to use. And you know, with the scanner, you can scan and add stuff. You can just manually search and see what's on the site, and it has pretty much everything. And you can go into details and view and see if it's the right portion or size that you have, and if it's not, they have, you can edit that. So like, let's say you find what you had, but it's like the calories for a whole like chicken parm, you could put instead where it says 1 chicken parm, you could put 0.5, so it'd be like you had half of that, and it'll do the math for you and it'll add it in there. So this is just something that I recommend for beginners when you're trying to get to learn your body better. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, but that's pretty much it. I'm sure some of you guys will find it useful. It was a key tool for me to really get on the right track and learn myself better when it came to dieting, because I always hated dieting. I never dieted before. I used to always just think that, you know, if I work out hard enough, I don't need to worry about what I'm eating, which is true to an extent if you got that much time, because I was in the gym like 4 hours a day. So of course 4 hours a day is going to be way overkill, and calories are not going to be a thing. But when you're trying to maintain a family life and a job, and you know, especially a very time investing job like truck driving, you don't have that kind of time to mess around with lifting weights. You probably don't even have weights. If you do, you have just something to curl or something, you know. So for somebody like me that has to start learning to incorporate diet, this is the key for me, because it gets overwhelming when you start going online, because people are going to say weird shit, or they're going to be like, oh, look at this diet, this is a keto diet, or you need to do this diet or that diet and follow this diagram, and that just, none of that stuff makes sense to me, because it's like everybody has their own theory, but nobody has any facts or proof, or you know, like numbers, like things that matter. And this is the answer to what I was looking for. This is fact. I put in my height, my weight, age, male or female, all that stuff. Said my goal, I want to weigh this much, and it gave me a number. It said you need to eat these many calories a day to be that weight, to be like you want. I said okay. And then not only that, but it guides you. It gives you a minimum requirement for your day. So you need to have this much, and this much of these things, and not go overboard to achieve your goal. So it's like, it's perfect. It's like, oh, okay, so as long as you stick within these realms, you're going to hit your goal. So anyways, that's enough rambling for me. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. I know it's kind of random to throw weight loss into my truck driving job, but I know that so many people struggle with this, and I just wanted to put it in there and maybe help somebody out. So anyways, take care, guys. Have a good one.